welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, but mostly it's about my life and my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Tuesday with me for Tunisian Tuesday. If you are new and you don't know what I'm talking about, for 2024, every Tuesday, I'm talking all things Tunisian crochet. We've done hook reviews, we've done stitch tutorials, we've done a crochet along, and today we're going to talk about this really cute scarf that I'm doing. It is a 1-row repeat. It's a very summery scarf. This is called the Seatle scarf by Heart Hook Home. It's a free pattern on her website. I do think you can buy a PDF if you need it, but on her website she has tutorials on how to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do this. It's so simple. It's using the extended mesh stitch, which is a beautiful stitch, but if you have a single skein of some beautiful fingering weight or even some sport weight or DK weight that you just have been like, what am I going to do with this? This is the perfect project for that, because once you start, you just go till you run out of yarn. And it's just, I am using some Forbidden Fiberworks yarn in the colorway Doolittle on their Pride base, which has got some sparkle in it. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it, but you might be able to catch some of the sparkle a little bit. But yeah, I love this yarn. Oh man. And it's this, once you block this out, this is going to be so pretty. But it's so simple, and you don't even need a cord for this because you only have 26 stitches on your hook. You could probably even get away with using, say, a regular crochet hook that's got a really long throat like this. You could probably get all 26 stitches on here if you tried, or on one of your furls hooks. But definitely with one of your straight hooks, no problem whatsoever to do this. I am not a big fan of these hooks, mainly because I don't like how blunt the head is. I like a pointy head on my hook. These are the ones from AliExpress. So you can see it's got a nice pointy head on it. And these are the ones that I use. This and my Knitter's Pride Dreams, which is this one right here. I use them all the time. And because it has, I didn't want the cord. I mean, I even have, just short cords, but who wanted that flopping around? So what I did is I just stuck a needle stopper on the end to keep so that my stitches don't fall off the end. I have a bunch of these little things hanging around, and you just stick that on there like that, and now you've got a pretty short Tunisian hook without having all of this. So if you are lucky enough to have some without the hook, the cords, but if you have one of these, you too can do this really cute scarf. I'll link the website below to the pattern. You can find it on Ravelry. She suggests using a 6mm hook. I went up to a 6.5. I always go up, even when, for me, Tunisian, I don't want it to be that tight. So I always tend to go up, even if the pattern says it's a Tunisian hook and you want to use a 6. I have a tendency to want to go up at least a half a hook, so that I am not making super tight stitches. I'm not a tight stitcher anyway, but there's some things that Tunisian kind of makes you want to be tight because you're afraid that it's going to be too loose. So I always go up that little bit extra. Not always, but there are times. And this particular one will lend itself to whatever size hook you want, because if you want your mesh to be smaller, go down a hook size. If you want your mesh to be bigger, go up a hook size or two. That's the beauty of patterns like this. I think it's gonna make something really, really pretty. So this is the Seattle scarf by Heart Hooked Home, Ashley. And I'm going to show you how to do this really pretty mesh stitch. So hang in there, and I will get the table all set up and ready for us, and I'll show you how to do it below. Hang on a second. Okay guys, so to do the extended mesh stitch, you're going to want to put together a chain of 3 plus 2. So, you know, any multiples of 3 plus 2 will get you the chain that you want. I'm going to do 14. 9. So now, setup row is like we always do. Turn it over, get those back bumps, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop so that you, and leave that loop on your hook. You're going to have the same number of loops on your hook that you will on your starting chain. Man, this yarn is splitty. Oops. Oh boy, this yarn's really splitty. I just picked up some scrap, so I don't even know what it is. It doesn't have a label on it. There we go. Last one. All right, so now we have our 14 loops on our hook, right? I mean, you're just gonna do your normal return pass, which is chain 1, then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. Yarn over, pull through 2. And this is the only time you're gonna do this regular return pass, is in this foundation setup row. So now that we've got that done, so now we're back, here we go. So that's just our foundation row, that's our setup row. To do the actual mesh stitch, again, just like normal Tunisian crochet, we're not going to do anything with that first one. We're going to start looking for the second one, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to yarn over our hook, and then we're going to simple stitch 2 together. So I have 2 of the bars on my hook, and you're going to yarn over, pull up your loop, and then you're going to chain 1. You're going to yarn over again. You're going to simple stitch 2 together so that you have 2 on your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and chain 1. Yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, pull up a loop, chain 1. All the way down, yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, pull up a loop, and chain 1. Yarn over, simple stitch those 2 together, pull up a loop, and chain 1. These are the last 2. So you're going to yarn over, simple stitch 2 together, pull up your loop, chain 1. Now you're going to yarn over, and you're going to do your edge stitch, which is getting both loops of that last stitch, pull up a loop, and chain 1. And that's the forward pass for this. Now, since you already chained 1 here, you don't need to do it again. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through the first 3 loops that are there and stop. We're going to yarn over and then pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 until you have 4 loops left on your hook. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Keep doing that until you have 4 loops left on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through 3. You now have 2 left on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that gives you that extended mesh. Isn't that pretty? Let's do this again now, because this one is going to get, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because you'll want to, sometimes you'll want to skip that yarn over loop, but let's not do that. Again, we're never going to mess with this first loop. We're going to go in this top loop here. Oops, wait, back up. We're going to yarn over first. We're going to go into that front loop there and the yarn over right there. Pull up your loop and chain 1. There's your front loop. There's your yarn over. And yarn over, simple those together and chain 1. Yarn over, simple 2 together, which is that front loop and that yarn over loop. Yarn over and chain 1. Yarn over, there's that front loop, there's the yarn over, simple those together and chain 1. Yarn over, 2 together and chain 1. I'm going to yarn over, we're going to simple those 2 together. Make sure you get that yarn over, pull up the loop, chain 1, yarn over, and then do your edge stitch, making sure you get both loops on the edge. Pull up your loop and chain 1. And that's what your forward pass looks like. And on the return pass, we're going to pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down until we have 4 loops left on our hook. See, we have 4 left on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 3, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that isn't that so pretty? It's really simple, but it gives you this really beautiful, twisted, meshy, really pretty fabric. So the pattern for Ashley's Seattle scarf, you use 26 stitches, but using this mesh stitch, you can use any width you want. And the beauty of this is you can use any size yarn you want, any size hook that you want, because it's such a, I don't want to say easy, elementary stitch that'll make something really, really beautiful. So if you have any questions about the extended mesh stitch or the Seattle scarf, shoot me an email and we'll talk about it. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday, and even better rest of your week. Above all, make sure you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself some grace. Be kind to everyone, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. Have a great one.